Hello and welcome to episode 15, and we've got a crisis. So I've got my young man here, my new king, who's only 20 years old, and we confidently expect him to live to a long, old, ripe age and complete the intermezzo quite soon. I don't think that's going to happen. Sorry, I'm wandering around all over the map here. I don't think that that's going to happen, and I'm not sure. We'll see what we can do, but people may have noticed in the comments, Chris said I'd be a lot more worried about that murder scheme if I was you. It was actually a little bit on my mind. I had worried about it after I'd played, and I came back and I had a little look, loaded the game up just to have a look at the murder scheme against me, and you can see there it's 95%. I don't know how long I've got. And so I've got a massive dilemma. Either I put my resources into making my heir in as strong a position as possible, or I put my resources into trying to rescue this one. And I 100% don't know the answer. So let me shrink my head and I'll talk through some of the options here. So I don't know who's trying to murder me, and I don't know how long they would be. So I had a little look at what would be the modifiers that are making this attempt 95%. Well, there's several things. Obviously there are going to be people trying in my court supporting this scheme. And there are people like this steward here who absolutely despises me. It's plus 50% if you get someone. I think it's 50. It's 50 or 25% for someone as close as this. It's another 50%, I think, for a wife. This guy hates me. I think the most obvious thing to do, because it costs me nothing, is to swap him out for this guy, who doesn't particularly like me, but he's not minus 100%, and there is the chance that this is one of the guys involved, and as soon as I swap him out, it'll make it less likely. There's every possibility that he'll still contribute to a successful murder scheme, even if I get rid of him. Anyway, I'm tempted to get rid of all of them, if I can. Find somebody reasonably capable. Oh, this guy loves me. Yeah, let's get him in as he's actually better. Was he better than the last one? I think he's better than the one I had before. Marshall despises me. I could have this chap here. He's my tax collector. That feels like a bit of a no-brainer. Spy master. Actually, this chap will like me a lot more because he's a powerful vassal. He'll like me a lot more. 92. There's a possibility that if he's in the scheme, he'll drop out. Now that he likes me so much. I'm certainly much more popular among my council than I was just a few minutes ago. Let's get rid of any prisoners. Not that I think they can be involved. Get a little bit of money. Let's just get the money. Let's just get rid of him. I was thinking about maybe he could make a good physician. Another person with a very, very high probability of being good at murdering me is, of course, my court physician. And he doesn't like me. And he is, in any case, terrible. My wife won't make her like me anymore, but she is the best I've got. I don't think she's involved in a scheme. Okay, we'll give her a try. Okay. He's close family, and he's a vassal. And he was a moment ago my steward. There's a very good chance that this chap... Can I banish him? Well, 42% chance of getting him in prison. Yeah, this doesn't feel like the time I want a rebellion of this size. So why can't I banish him? Right, let's convert him. And if he converts, there's a possibility that he might form an alliance. I think an alliance would be the way forward with this chap. Now, the problem I got here is I've got food taster. I mean, he'd be okay, but he hates me. Probably not a good idea. Could I have this chap? I mean, he's a villain. Could do with at least one bodyguard. They don't like me. Okay, one unmarried woman. My mother. Matrilineal. Prowess. None of that keen on me, but this guy might not make a bad. He's irrational and he's an adventurer. Look, there's no way he's already involved, so let's bring him in and make him my bodyguard. The other thing to do is to be at war with whoever it is that's trying to murder me, but I don't know who's trying to murder me, which is really, really nightmarish, because I could try to arrest them or something like that. Right, let's think about succession. So we have friendly succession. Okay, I guess we should be working towards the harmonious one. Steer house unity towards harmonious. 200 piety. We can definitely do that. I don't think it's enough. It's a big jump, but it's not enough. Okay. Right, let's work further on succession. So we can't get ourselves to harmonious soon, which means we're going to lose 4 titles. This boy is ill, and I'm not quite sure if I'm prepared to call him an ignoramus, but he's certainly not who I want. The second in line is Shazda Iskandar Hushazade. He's clearly the one that we want. This one's the player heir. I think we have to disinherit him. Okay. Player heir is now the genius. Okay, that's good news. Who's he being educated by? Me. Okay, so if I die, I have to change that. So I'm still going to lose 4. This is my younger boy, but I've got 2 legitimate younger boys. I mean, I could just disinherit them all and re-inherit them after the succession. I mean, how expensive is it? Prestige I've got. Renown I've got. Let's just do it. Youngest boy is now inheriting the same 4 titles. Disinherit. This feels very expensive, but I think I need to do it. Right, okay, that's where we are now. Okay. Right, let's get those people in from the various marriages that I've had. Ooh, have we got somebody who's quite good on court intrigue? Not really. But I could marry somebody who's very good at court intrigue. Gulpari. And actually, Elira has made the point that I don't need to have lots of people who give me babies, and she's 38, I think, so got quite a low chance of children. I've got plenty of children anyway. In any case, I mean, I'll be happy if I get to live long enough to have a child by her. Oh, that didn't work. Okay. I'd be very, very tempted to form the kingdoms, but we've got a crisis on, so we're not going to do that right now. Well, if this happens, if it doesn't happen, it's going to be very, very interesting. Right. Okay. So this chap is now with us. Oh, he's converted to Ashariism. Okay, so that's always a possibility. Ooh, there's not much in it. Okay, if I swap to the other side, he will accept. So let's do that. Announce opposition to the Caliphate. Okay, I've got an alliance with him. I don't know if that's going to help, but he looks like the most likely person to be sort of trying to kill me. Right, I've also got a decent bodyguard now. Well, hopefully. Wow. Oh, they've all hate me now because I'm a turncoat. This is the one. He liked me a lot more. But I can live with him not liking me because I know he's not already in the scheme. Right. Okay, this is my new wife. Okay. We're going to make her primary. I'm dead. Just about to make that wife my primary queen. Okay. Throw away my covers the moment I feel something brush against my leg, but the swift movement only agitates the scorpion. Even in the dark room, I recognise the fat-tailed scorpion. All right. I'm dead. Emir Mehran Hushia of the Bavanik Grand Emirate has passed on to eternity at 20 years of age. Died under mysterious circumstances, although quite famous for his intellect. He could still not outsmart Azrael. Amiran Iskandar ascends the throne having mastered many skills, sure to be admired by his subjects. So it's mysterious circumstances, so I don't at the moment know how I was killed. I'm going to find out. Your son is going to find out and get some revenge. This, of course, delays the whole process. Now, I've really got to let this boy grow up. I mean, I might be able to do a bit of... I've got to make sure he's safe. That's the first thing. Who's my regent? My mother. Well, that could be worse. She's selfless. I've got my mother as my regent, and she's quite good, I think. Yeah, she's got really, really good stewardship. Did I keep it all? The Duchy of Samara, the Duchy of Baghdad. Right, we've got all... Right, we are really, really losing money. My army isn't even back at full strength yet. Got to sort out me tax jurisdictions. Right, let's fill this guy up with the most valuable ones. Right, that's helped my tax situation quite considerably. This chap. That's helped somewhat less. Okay, this chap is good and he doesn't hate me. Let's put him on domestic affairs. All of these people really dislike me. I'm going to sign him. And we're going to see if we can get an alliance with him. Gulpari, this was my father's last wife. Okay, so we'll put her on protect me. Okay, let's plan to meet the peers. I know they'll only be children, but I think it's a good plan. If I survive early childhood, it might be that that they grow up to be quite important people. Okay, so there's all these children coming. It may be that helps me. I'd have to be 4 years old. Okay. How old am I? 2. Right, I'm going to see if I can find some really, really good people to defend, to protect me. So we want people inside our diplomatic range. We want men or high prowess. And we want somebody who likes us. I mean, he's 33 at the age of 16. He's an evil adventurer. He would be perfect if he wasn't an evil adventurer. And I could get him as well. This man is somewhat older. He's a villain. I want to find somebody who's not a villain. So this man doesn't even hate me that much. He's a paragon. He's fearless. Let's have him. I'm going to have to gift him... Well, I can send him money. 68. Invite to court. Super. Right, see if we can find similar to him and he can be the other bodyguard. Okay, a little bit of money and he'll come too. Only 50. Invite to court. I've become a supporter of the caliphate. Wowzers. Okay. So this now, I thought it only went up to 100. Okay, this is mine. It's 128. He won't accept. It's partly because I'm on the wrong side of the struggle, though. Let's become the king of Persia. That should relax some people. Yeah, I could swap. I don't know if I can swap this early in my life. Announce opposition to caliphate. I have the trait detractor. Oh, I have support. I'm supporter. Educate child. Here we go. Well, my grandmother is a genius, but she's not particularly good with stats. My mother is intelligent. She's got much better stats. She's sent to university as well. 520. We may even find ourselves safer at university. Right, let's hire some decent bodyguards. Though bodyguards wouldn't have saved me last time. Okay, and this will make him like me a little bit more. he will also like me more. Okay, I think that's very, very good news. Okay, so I do feel a little bit safer. Not a lot, I'm going to say that. Not a lot, but I do feel a little bit safer. Right, let's hit go and see if we get ourselves into credit, monthly credit. My glory is well known already. I'm already illustrious. That's not bad, is it? Chris also suggested me changing my capital to Baghdad, which would have made perfect sense, but I had a mean plan to try to get them all for myself. I've certainly made some enemies. That's clearly going to be the case. Right, I'm now very much in profit monthly. I think I'm going to be doing quite well for money. Who now is my head of culture? But we're still working on mustering grounds, even though it's not me, so that's great. I think we need to do some buildings. This would have been better to have farms and fields. Perhaps we can. Is there somewhere else that I can put the armoured footmen? Yeah, all these have farms and fields. Okay, we definitely need to change this for a barracks. And then we need to move the troops, these ones, to there. And that means in Baghdad we can actually change this to farms and fields. Okay, right, we're going to keep 500 gold because you never know. So I'm bossy. Let's see what that makes me good at. Well, we got to go stewardship with this chap then, I think. Okay, right, let's start getting through his childhood. Okay, so this is going to be my sister. Oh no, she's just going to be a courtier. But she's intelligent. And she's Amazonian. And in fact, she actually is my half-sister. So I'm going to call her Cora. After one of my best supporters of the channel. And we'll have a little think about what we're going to do with Cora as she gets older. I mean, an impressive young lady. I think we need to do a hybridisation. So what hybridisations are available? So this is Bo. Bo suggested I do a hybridisation. Let's have a look and see what we have available. I mean, obviously we need to keep Iranian heritage. I mean, this looks good. Mustering grounds, we want Banos. Additional accolade. Gravelkind increases the domain limit and city planning. I'd be very, very happy with this. And we're not that far off being able to do it. Oh no, so we obviously can't go Persian because we're already the same type. Perso-Bedouin, we can't. Kurdish, we can't. So really, realistically, it would be Syriac. Let's get him on the job. Promote cultural acceptance. And as soon as that gets to 40, I should have 1,000 prestige by then. We're going to go for it. And that's going to kind of like leapfrog us forward a little bit, I think. So it's interesting. We have 3 people in this independence faction that are not Persians. I might go for this one. Right, let's raise all. Right, my player, heir and brother. Smart lad. Right, we need to make sure he's being educated. I mean, hopefully he won't ever be the king. Okay, so this is Chris's trick. Getting the guys raised before I do something that's going to cause a war. Because this is going to cause a war. Imprisoning him may incite the entire independence thing. It's difficult to know which of these will be the least damaging, isn't it? Okay, so this is 20 opinion lost through tyranny. Imprisoning also gives me dread. May incite that. Let's do it. If I can get the right people to rise up against me. Right, so at the moment this isn't looking too scary. 7,500. Okay. What have I lost? Okay, let's immediately see if we can catch them. Gonna have a battle here, I think. Now this is a very, very substantial victory. And they've made the mistake now of putting Samara under siege. They're probably going to run away. Okay, we've got them. What should be a big victory. It's certainly a big victory. We killed 1,000, but they have got 2,000 survivors. Are they going to take this castle? No. Right, these are too far away. Let's see if we can intercept these guys. So Abradil is under siege. Okay, they can take that, and they've already taken this. So we are going to have to go north, I think, after this. After we take this city, this castle here. But it'd be nice to get these guys in one more battle. Oh, this is awkward. I might have to run. Got it. Okay, super. Okay. Fantastic news. Okay. So I got an opportunity to put some of my most disloyal people, dismiss them, get rid of them, and in addition to that, put people on that are loyal to me. I think I feel a lot safer. I'm also going to be able to switch people who are not of Iranian heritage for people who are of Iranian heritage. And it may even be I keep some of these myself. Tikrit, I think, is in Samara. It's in, so it's sort of naturally fits in with me anyway. So I think that's a very, very, very good idea. Okay. I am now 4 years old. Only 2 years have passed, but I feel a lot more secure than I did at the beginning. There are going to be. I don't think that this little boy is going to be safe. I think navigating him through childhood is going to be very, very interesting, and it's going to be a lot of this trying to get the vassals on my side. I was like absolutely gutted when I realised that the last ruler was going to die, and then really gutted when he did die because I wasn't completely convinced. I thought maybe I could shift the odds and just give myself a fighting chance. But now I'm quite excited about it. I mean, this is an even better ruler who's being even better educated by an even better guardian and going to university, and he's a genius, not just intelligent. At 4 years old, he already would make a half-decent ruler. With all of these titles, and we are about to get a load more. We're about to get at least 2 more. And we're working towards hybridising the culture, which I think is going to be absolutely fantastic. That's going to really, really bump us forward. We're making a half-decent amount of money, considering all things considered. In fact, considering everything that we've just done. We're about to get some money out of the people that are in our prisons. These poor people. I mean, they're going to lose all of their titles, and then we're probably going to harvest some money off them or something. All right, we will be back on Friday. Hopefully, Iskandar is going to grow up in our next episode. I think that's the target next time. Just to get him to adulthood, and perhaps picking our way towards some sort of an end to the struggle. I'm now beginning to worry a little bit about the concession stage. We're at 315. When we get to 500, it's over. I don't know whether the speed of that tends to accelerate or whether it tends to stay the same. I don't really know. But it is now. I wasn't worried about it with my last ruler, but with having a young ruler like this, I'm somewhat concerned about that. Be interesting to see if we're falling behind. Yeah, we are a little bit, but I think even now I'm about to get rid of some people who've got a number of titles. And what I'm going to do is, if I've got a count who's Mashriki, for example, and he's got 3 county titles, I'm going to take them all off him, and I'm going to give them to 3 different Iranian heritage individuals. That will increase the total number of people who are involved, making the kind of the ratio, the proportion of people who are not Iranian smaller. I think that works, doesn't it? I mean, I was never great at maths, but I think that works. So I'm going to do that. Getting to Sultan among men, that's obviously going to take time, but I think by the time we get there, this should have happened, and we'll be able to move into this. And I'm really looking forward. I really hope this happens. in the heavy cavalry, some really good heavy infantry. I mean, it just looks lovely. Okay. Every Iranian heritage ruler gets all of these things. Absolutely brilliant. Right, okay, so I'll be back Friday, and hopefully we'll get this boy to grow up, get a little bit closer towards completing the Iranian resurgence. All right, take care of yourselves. Speak to you soon. Bye-bye.